Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to go over this ESO races and roles sheet that I made probably like 6 months ago, never did anything with. And now since the new class is out, I figured that people might be able to get some use out of it. So I don't want this video to be long and boring, so I'm going to go through stuff pretty quickly. With that being said, let's get into it. First race we're going to look at is the Argonian. The Argonian comes with 1000 maximum magicka, 1000 maximum health, 1000 maximum stamina, 6% healing done, 2310 disease resistance. You get 3125 health magicka and stamina when you drink a potion, and then you get 15% restoration staff skill line experience and 50% additional swim speed. So because of the potion passive and the healing passive, the Argonian is really only good for tanks and healers. Those are the two roles that I would recommend with Argonian. Next one on the list is the Redguard. The Redguard gets 2000 maximum stamina, negative 8% weapon ability cost, so your weapon abilities cost 8% less. You get negative 15% snare slowing. You get 1005 stamina restore when you deal damage. There's a 5-second cooldown on this. You get 15% one hand and shield skill line XP, and then you get an extra 15 minutes on your food and drink buffs. Because of the 2000 max stamina and the 8% cost reduction to weapon abilities, I recommend this race if you're going to play a stamina DPS. Next up is the Khajiit. You get 915 maximum health, magicka, and stamina. You get plus 100 health recovery. You get plus 85 mag and stam recovery. You get 12% crit damage. You get 12% crit healing. You get a negative 3 meter stealth detection bonus, and you get 15% medium armor skill line XP and a 5% pickpocket chance. Khajiit is kind of one of those races that can be used for multiple different things, and Khajiit is also kind of based on the class that you're playing. But overall, you can use Khajiit for the stamina DPS, or you can use Khajiit for magicka DPS. Next up is the Nord. The Nord gives you 1500 maximum stamina. You get 1000 maximum health, 2600 physical resistance, 2600 spell resistance, 4620 cold resistance. You get 5 ultimate generation when taking damage, and you get 15% two-handed skill line XP and a plus 15 extra minutes on drink buffs. And for Nord, because of all the different resistances, I recommend this for tanks, not really for any of the other roles. Next up is the Breton. The Breton gives you 2000 maximum magicka, 7% reduced magicka cost, 130 magicka recovery, 2310 spell resistance, 2310 extra spell resistance if burning, chilled, or concussed. You get 15% light armor skill line XP and a 1% alliance point gain. Breton works decently for a magic DPS or for a healer. Next up is the Dark Elf. You get 1910 maximum stamina. You get 1910 maximum magicka. You get 258 weapon damage. You get 258 spell damage. You get 4620 flame resistance, and you get plus 15% dual wield skill line XP and negative 50% damage from lava. Because of the extra maximum stamina and maximum magicka that you get from this class, as well as the weapon and spell damage, you can use this for a stamina or a magicka DPS. You could technically also use this as a healer, although there are definitely going to be better options out there. All right, next up is the Imperial. The Imperial gives you 2000 maximum health, 2000 maximum stamina, negative 6% cost of all abilities. You get 15% one hand and shield skill line XP, and you get 1% extra gold gain. Because of the 2000 maximum health on the Imperial, it allows you to put the attributes that you would normally have into maximum health into other things, like you could put it into magicka or stamina instead. So with that being said, you could really use this for probably any role in the game. Probably going to be best as a tank, maybe a stamina DPS, and then a magicka DPS, and then a healer. Obviously, though, there's going to be better options out there for the stamina DPS, magic DPS, and the healer, but if you're going to go with Imperial, tank is a really good option. All right, next up is the High Elf. The High Elf gives you 2000 maximum magicka, 258 spell and weapon damage. You restore 625 of your lowest magicka or stamina after activating any ability, 5% damage reduction on casting abilities, and a 15% destruction staff skill line and generic XP gain. The high elf I definitely recommend if you're doing a magic DPS. I probably wouldn't use it for anything other than magic DPS though. I guess high elf would also work really well as a healer. All right, next up is the orc. The orc gives you 1000 maximum stamina, 1000 maximum health. You get a 21-25 heal when you're dealing damage on a 4-second cooldown. You get 258 weapon damage. You get 258 spell damage. You get 10% sprint speed, and you get a negative 12% sprint cost. You get 15% heavy armor skill line XP and a plus 10% inspiration. If you don't know what inspiration is when you're doing crafting, the XP that you get from crafting. Because of the extra stamina and weapon damage, I recommend that you use the orc for stamina DPS. You could technically use it for magicka DPS as well because you do get the extra spell damage. Up next is the wood elf. You get 2000 maximum stamina, 258 stam recovery, 2130 poison and disease resistance. You get a 3-meter extra stealth detection. That's if other players are stealthing around you, you get extra 3 meters of stealth detection. You get plus 5% movement speed. You get 950 physical and spell penetration. You get negative 10% fall damage. And then you get plus 15% to your bow skill line XP. And Wood Elf obviously is going to be best for stamina DPS. I think that about covers it for the races and roles. Obviously, some of this stuff is going to be dependent on the class that you're playing and the gear sets that you're wearing. If you're doing a crit-based build, you want to use a crit-based race like Khajiit. And it could be on more than just magicka and stamina DPS. I mean, if you're building a crit healer, right, you're going to want a crit based race, so technically you could use something like Khajiit on a healer, but like I said, that all just depends on the build. So what I have here though is a good starting point for you guys if you're curious about the different races and roles in the game. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down in the comment section. I appreciate all of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. Hope you guys are enjoying the new patch, and we will see you in the next video.